We get to learn some things that you like in the San Gabriel Valley. So Kelly, this is called the SGV3, and we ask you to share with our audience your 3 favorite places or experiences in the San Gabriel Valley.
Yeah, so one of them was the karate studio where this nunchuck came from. It was in Covina off of Azusa Avenue. It was Red Dragon Karate. That one, 10 out of 10, the most wild memories of my life. We had basically military training as kids there, but at the end of the day, it introduced me to something that I loved. So I'm grateful for it.
Is it still there?
No, actually, I don't know what's in the building now, but there may have been some definite spots where you could go back if they had the old carpet there and be like, yeah, that was a blood mark. That was this.
Wow.
It's okay. Oh, I
for
took
little
it
kids.
Seriously. Yeah. No, I was ready, and it wasn't because I was good at sparring at all by any means. It was just because I had swords and I had, they were tough. It was, you're gonna get smacked in the leg with bamboo if you're not bending your knees right and doing a horse stance correctly, or that hand was bad, so you're gonna get smacked. So, yeah, I marked my territory, I guess, in there with some blood and sweat marks.
Wow. Okay, remind me where it is so I don't sign my child up. That sounds intense.
It was so fun.
It's a different time though too, right?
It was a different time. I mean, and again, when you're competitive, you're just like, yeah, this is what I should be doing. This is a good sign. As an adult, you're like, excuse me?
Wow, okay. So what's number 2?
Number 2 is the West Covina Public Library. That was one of my favorite spots. I was really into reading. Oh, I'm still really into reading, but as a kid, I was just reading like crazy. There was one summer where I read 2,000 books at the library. Yeah.
What?
2,000.
Was this also a competition?
No.
Just for fun?
It was just, well, I think part of it may have been subconsciously because I wanted to see if I could beat a record. And so I just went for it. And then I threw out the number because as a kid, I was like, yeah, I can do 2,000. That makes sense. That's easy. And it wasn't like small books because I thought small books were dumb as a kid, which is so ridiculous. I didn't want to read the books my friends were reading because I thought that I could read more elevated books. So I was reading Charles Dickens and reading Anne of Green Gables. And, I was reading Moby Dick as a kid. And I'm in elementary school. And
what?
They were saying, like, why don't you want to read, Dr. Seuss? Let's all read Dr. Seuss together. And I was like, it's too easy.
Yeah.
And then, so the West Covina Public Library I loved because they had access to so many different books. And then when I was in 2nd grade, that's when I started reading other books that my friends were reading because I was competitive at that. But for the public library, that was just me.
Okay. Charles Dickens and Anne of Green Gables, those are some of my wife's favorite also.
Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist is one of, you probably shouldn't enjoy that book so much as like a 7 to 8-year-old, but I loved that book so much. Yeah.
And what's number 3?
Number 3 is actually, so in Covina off of Grand Avenue, there's Serenity Foster Care. Have you guys heard of it?
No.
Okay, so Serenity Foster Care is a foster care group in Covina, and they have been gracious enough, Manisha has actually been gracious enough to invite me to come do music with the kids. And they don't really know this entirely, but these kids have changed my life already. So we go in and we had music with Miss Kelly. So we ended up getting a couple of different groups and the parents came in. And there's one kid, I'm never going to forget him. I think we started with Disney music because I came in thinking, yeah, the kids are going to like the classics. I thought I was cool. I was bringing in, Little Mermaid and Hercules, and they're like, we want Frozen, and okay, Moana's okay, but, do more cool stuff. So I had a few things in my back pocket, and then she said, hey, do you know You Are My Sunshine? And there was this little boy that had been hiding the entire time from me. He did not want to make eye contact. He did not want to be seen. And so I was trying to include him in everything. But the minute she said, do you know You Are My Sunshine? This kid lit up and said, my name's Sunshine. I'm Sunshine. And he was so happy. We did the song twice. And by the end, he was jamming out on the little drum pads. He was singing along. He was dancing. And it was the cutest thing in the world. And these kids ended up going from super shy to by the end, I had them and the parents standing up and dancing. And they picked whatever song they wanted. There's a point during the music where I would say, okay, tell me a song. And I would just pull it up and learn it on the spot and play guitar with them. And they had so much fun. And it was just the coolest thing to be able to experience. And the center is so nice. I mean, the house that they have over there is beautiful. And it's nice to see how cool they have it for the kids and all the programs that they do. I love it. So that's one of my favorite spots.
And the name again?
It's Serenity Foster Care in Covina.
Serenity Foster Care.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you for sharing those with us.